Well, my dear Pisces, hold on a minute here. My dear Pisces, I can't help but saying that I have a special affinity towards the moon in Pisces because I have a moon in Pisces. And the truth of the matter is, we are very, very, very special. Not that the other signs of the zodiac aren't special, but in Western astrology, Pisces is ruled by Neptune, which is the god of the ocean, also by Jupiter, and which is expansion. So we are able to go in and we think of the ocean. We think of the currents and the water and the flow and what's underneath, all the things underneath. When we look into the eyes through the moon in Scorpio, they have the ability to go down to the bottom and see the things crawling on the bottom. But we see everything. We see everything. And we see it in rainbow colors. And we see it in the best light. And when we look at a person and they're telling us their sob story, as they're telling us, we're imagining what they could be if only. If only they believed in themselves. If only they understood how special they were. We can see for them. And many times that's where, the heartbreak is, because so many times we invest in people, believe in people, we're compassionate towards people, and they don't ever see their full potential. And there's a sadness to us a lot of times as we have to let go of many situations throughout our life. The Piscean energy, I won't deny, is very intense. We live in a sixth dimension. We live in another dimension. So when you walk into a room, most people see the physical, they smell things and they hear things. But we feel, we're like an octopus, we feel everything. And it's hard. It's hard because a lot of times we don't know where we begin and someone else ends. We tend to be drawn to the people that need our help with seeing their full potential. So, I'm pretty comfortable if I'm sitting on a bus bench. Let's say I'm waiting for a bus, and maybe a homeless person comes up and sits down next to me. And somebody else might get like really uncomfortable, and maybe they smell or whatever. They don't have any teeth, and oh my gosh, And all of a sudden, my heart starts to well up. And I want to know, who is that person underneath that? I want to know, are they still going to strive for life? What could they do? And I start dreaming for them. I start seeing them in their full capacity. And again, it's hard because people don't understand us. A lot of times they think that we have, some kind of ulterior motives, but Pisces really don't. The love that they have that wells up, that potential love that wells up, is so powerful that it really comes from another place. It really does come from a personal relationship in your spiritual life with God. I mean, that's the only way I know how to describe it, however you see God. But there is something out there that we connect with on an intimate level, because it's as if we've come into the world already having been there. Like there's no doubt in our mind that there's faith, that there's something more that we're tapped into. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the addiction. These videos are somewhat brief because I'm trying to do the whole 12 zodiac in this video and just give everybody a little taste. As we go in deeper to the future videos, I'll go into more depth. But I just want to say that the most important thing to stay healthy mentally and emotionally is your private life, your quiet time. The place that you can go and dream, that you can swim in that spiritual ocean, and that can only be done alone. The fish swims alone. And we have the ability to go down and just be completely entertained by what we see with our own eyes. We don't need anybody else to help us to see. We're the ones showing everybody else. It is easy to get caught up in the victim-savior role, so we have to be careful. A lot of times we play a savior. We can be quite the savior, Sometimes we get in relationships with very dominant people because we are so loving and we see the good that we will miss the pieces of that personality we should have picked up on. We usually see it later, but our hearts are so far in. When we experience pain, many times it takes a few days to unravel. So if you're experiencing something here emotionally, it's like a shock wave that goes through our body. And sometimes we'll become sick, we'll become depressed, and it could be over other people's stuff. We're like just emotional human psychic sponges, and we're very susceptible to people leeching off of us, just to be honest, and manipulating us and draining us, because we are like little rainbows, where we are everything that you see. um, Heaven, we have the ability to open the door to heaven, and everybody wants a taste of that. But at the same time, people have to do things to earn their own way along. We can't give them everything, make it easy for them. Because let's just face it, Moon and Pisces, we've had our hurts, we've had our hard times, we've seen things we haven't wanted to see, and we felt things that we shouldn't have had to feel. It is a great responsibility, but like the other water signs, Cancer and Scorpio and Pisces, we're the healers. We're the angels. We're the ones who bring love and spirit and music and sunshine. And we water the souls around us. Just make sure you're being watered. To be healthy mentally, we can suffer from anxieties. We can suffer from very difficult situations. We can get off balance mentally because we can allow too much to come upon us. And, we're just human and have to sort that out. It takes a lot of energy. So be careful. As I get older, I am trying my best to be much more cautious about who I allow even into my space. Because as I get older, my psychic abilities and my intuitive abilities are becoming so fine-tuned, and they're developing. You will develop an understanding of how to use this energy as you grow and as you get older. Right now, with Neptune and Pisces, the gates of heaven, the veil between earth and heaven is very thin. But we, those of us with Moon and Pisces, we see through it. We see through it like the veils just see through. We can see the other side. We can feel the other side. And we are the front runners of the next 14 years. The first time that Pisces have been up to bat like this, like we've seen. And we're going to lead the way. And it's going to be through creativity, authenticity, through being as kooky as we want to be, for being as real as we want to be. It's all about being set free. And so make sure you're doing things in your life that help keep you balanced, because the reality is, when reality hits us, we do want to escape, and we know we're susceptible to many forms of escapism. Drugs, alcohol addictions are right up our alley. It's just not even foreign to us to find something to obsess over to ease the pain. There's a better way to do it, and it's about self-nurturing through natural ways. Get near the ocean, keep that music on all the time, and share and give. But protect yourself as well, and you'll do just fine. Thanks, you guys.